Coach Dan Van Gundy. And the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Back to Pirtle. Pass to Dick. Just 5 to shoot. The Raptors need to get off a shot. The shot by Pirtle, no good.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new. B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
The open shot by Pirtle. Drops one in from the wing.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Inside. Here's Wembanyama. Banked it in off the glass. Wembanyama's got 8.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Here's Pirtle. They get the rebound. Barrett. Pass to Pirtle. No good from the wing. Paul taking his time here. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 10.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Shot is good by Barrett.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
Out to the right wing. Wembanyama, no good.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Devin Vassell's progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he's scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
Now here's Paul. No made baskets yet. Out to the wing. Puts one up from 19. Rebound, Toronto. outside, Dick. Back to Barnes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. San Antonio leading. And it's Fox penetrating. Left side, Wembanyama. And Grady Dick gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Raptors making a switch here.
Now into the lineup for your Raptors.
Outside Paul. To the wing, right side. Wembanyama's got space. Misses the jumper from the wing. Outside Ingram. Boucher outside. Boucher on the screen. To the left wing. Back to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Pass to Vassell. From behind the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And the shot goes down.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Fox. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. He made a big...
15.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Boucher, left side. From downtown, sinks the tray. Boucher's got his first 3 points of the game. Will stand in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian, and guys that maybe haven't gotten their
Ooh, the special sauce from Wembanyama.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
The Raptors making a switch here. San Antonio shooting their first free throw in this game. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter out here, too.
Good-looking guy.
Here's Boucher. And Chris Paul clears it away. And so Paul will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 4. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Barrett with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Here's Boucher. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Boucher's got 5 points.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And the three-pointer goes. Give him 8 points now.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Abaji. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. To the inside. And stolen by Boucher. Walter from outside. Rebounded by Chris Paul. Spurs lead by 3. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to Barnes. To the paint. Clock at 6. Wembanyama's shot is good. Wembanyama's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
He shoots it. And he starts out with a miss in this one.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Quick off the draw. Chris Paul certainly doesn't lack confidence shooting the ball.
Pass to Boucher. For 3. He drops it from range. Boucher's got 11 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Wembanyama. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Wembanyama's got 29. Now quickly. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Quickly.
At the line for 2.
And Quickly drops them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Fox up top. He's scoreless. The 3 from Wembanyama. The big man, Wembanyama, sinks the 3.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. San Antonio on top, up by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Stan, you started as an assistant in the NBA back in 1995. Now, all of these years later, for a coach, what's been the biggest change, you think?
Well, I think the biggest change, Brian, has been that we don't practice as much. There's much less time spent on the court with your team. It's more done in terms of film and individual work and not 5-on-5 type practice like it was back in 1995.
You mean to say we're talking about practice?
That's exactly right.
Here's Pirtle. Pass to Lawson. Back to Pirtle. 4-3. Barnes with the rebound.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Wembanyama screen. Here's Vassell. Misses the 3. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
And the Raptors making a change here. Raptors trail by 10. About a minute played here in the second half. Pass to Abaji. Back to Barnes. To the right side. To the middle. And here is Barrett. Back to Barnes. From outside the arc. Connects from downtown. Barnes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Rejected by Barnes. Out to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. Wemby putting on a show.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Barnes drives in. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Wembanyama. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2. From the free throw line.
When Wembanyama has the ball in there, I mean, it's often a bucket, a foul, or both.
It's both from the stripe.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
They set a pick. Pass to Barnes. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Fox. Spurs lead by 9. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. And there's a defensive 3-second call. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Paul with it. Now guarded by Barrett. Outside for Wembanyama. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Barrett can't hit. San Antonio with the ball. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Back to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to review the game plan. Here's Barnes. 5 points in the game. Out to the right wing. Pass to Barrett. Here's Mobo. Out left to the wing. They need this. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. San Antonio leading by 14. Here's Fox. And Fox powers it home.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
They recover it. The kick out to Paul. No good with the triple. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. Stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, and it's Wembanyama's length that leads